Good morning, everyone. I'm so backlit. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I look fine. Today, we're going to talk about the types of print that you would encounter as text features. And so, we're going to talk a little bit about different kinds of text print that you're going to encounter and what you would expect and why you need to know those things. So, we're going to start with the basics. And you guys know this stuff. You know what a heading is versus subheading, but the heading is that big overarching topic. It shows the information. It is the main category of what's going to be talked about on that page. It helps you locate information. That's the heading that goes into the table of contents. So it's that bigger, overarching theme of that section of the book, that main idea, that topic. It's going to be bigger. The font size is going to be bigger than the main print on the page. It may be a different color. Oftentimes, it's going to be in all capital letters. It should always be capitalized, kind of like a title of a book. Um, and that's how you would see it. A subheading are the smaller, they're larger than the normal print, but it is smaller than the heading. So it's taking those subtopics under the heading and breaking them down into smaller pieces so you can look at the paragraphs that follow and you know what they're going to be about. So they're dividing the heading into smaller pieces, smaller categories, indicates what the paragraph is about. The print is larger for subheadings, but it's not as large as the heading. It may be different color and it should be capitalized as well. Okay. Again, I think this is review. You know this kind of stuff. So, example here, this is a heading. This entire piece is about the actor Will Smith, right? Would be who this would be about. And then the subheadings are these: work from home, hard work at home, early fame, movie magic, how he does it. So, each of these subheadings that you can see are also in a different color, also are capitalized, just like Will Smith is capitalized. A, because it's a heading, and B, because it's the name of a person. But these are also capitalized. You notice that they're larger than the main print, but also a different color. They set them off so you can see at a glance what you're going to be reading about. Again, fifth grade, I expect you know what these things are. Type of visual print. We would have talked about this together. I'm just going to go over them really quickly. These are things that would be embedded into your main body of the text. So these aren't outside that you would see. So oftentimes you see bolded words or italicized words or print that is larger than the rest of the text. And then you might have text with symbols beside it. And we're going to talk about that on the next slide here. So when we're talking about boldface, it's attracting attention. Often it's going to be a word that's going to appear in the glossary, especially at this level of school. You guys, it's going to be something that we think fifth graders may not know, or may need to be aware of and know what the definition of it is. But it also can add just emphasis to the words. You notice also there are italics. Italics doesn't stand out as much, but when you come over here, you see italics. You can see, again, these kind of do the same thing. Italics could also mean that it is a term in the glossary. It could mean that the author really wants you to emphasize those words, or it's just drawing attention in a little bit different way than a boldface, but they're going to do similar things. They're drawing attention. They want you to notice or remember something. So that boldface word is, this word is important. These words or concepts are important to what you're going to be usually going over, and they're vocabulary terms. So they're words that you need to know. They might be new words that add complexity to your language, or they might be super specific to a topic. So like if we're talking about the Kuiper Belt or the Oort cloud, we're talking about universe and things in the universe. Even though these are way, way far apart, they're similar in their construction and makeup. And unless you know what I'm talking about here, you need to look these up, because this is easily to say Kuiper Belt, but it's Kuiper Belt. So these are things that are specific to our planetary system, like the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud. So these are very specific topics. Also, when we talk about symbols, you will see things like a word. So I'm right here. So you might see a word in your text that has a 1 beside it. And you notice down here, you've got a anchored 2. These will take you to footnotes, which are at the bottom of a page. So if you find the 1 at the bottom of the page, you should also find a 1. There'd be a line or some separation at the bottom of the page from the text that says a footnote is placed at the bottom of the page. It can cite information for a designated part of the text. So it can give a citation, so it can tell you where this information came from. It also can give you definitions, more information that the author felt, I don't want to put it in the main body of the text to break up the flow of your reading, but if you wanted to skip down and know more, that you can. Okay. And often the most interesting information is found in footnotes. It can be. Sometimes authors, especially as you move forward and get into novels, if they're using them, there'll be little side stories or little anecdotes that they'll have along with it. Humor books often use footnotes to continue or tell a joke. So these are things that just, when you see them, draw your attention. There'll be that additional spot down at the bottom of the page that provides more information. Okay, that's what I have for you on types of print today. Thanks.